Alright guys, welcome to the channel, welcome back. We are in stage 2 now of Brink of War. Now we had about an 8 million point difference here at the end of the barbarian or troll rallies in CP usage. And so now we are in the training portion of it. We don't have very many of ours at the moment that have trained. Some have, not a ton at the moment. Our training buff will be set for that, so we will have most of our players will train during that. Unfortunately, the training buff is going to be at a time that I won't be available, so I am going to go ahead and train some now. I'm not going to be doing a ton for this event, as I will be focusing a lot more on the Strongest Lord event that will come hopefully within the next week. Doing some dailies right now. But with that being said, I do already have a training rune. So what I need to go ahead and grab right now, see, no mass training until kingdom buff, so we are not training yet. So they may pass us overnight. What? Hold on a minute. Oh, no wonder, I'm dumb. So what I'm gonna do is apply for the training speed. Alright, we have got the training speed buff. So what we're going to do is just simply upgrade our T4s to all T5s real quick. That's all I'm going to do for now. Currently, so I just got 13,000 points from that. But before, we were at 581 was our score. So let's see where we end up with this small amount of training. Just the T4s to T5s. Alright, so that one is done. Alright, we'll go ahead and do this one. So 16k going to T5 is roughly 4.5 days. Now that's without the kingdom training buff. Like I said, I won't be available for that. So I'm gonna go ahead and do what I can now. Now if I'm able to catch the second training buff, or if the points are needed, I will potentially push some then. I did not want to do that, but we'll let that roll. Alright, so that was 1632, so 64,000 T4 to T5 here. Now here is where we really have the numbers. So we're going to do 115 of these. Alright. And I'm going to go ahead and just do all of them. So that was 64. It won't just say 110. So 180k ish T5s. And this will be the last bit. Alright, then we will go ahead and train that. And I'm going to go ahead and speed that up just so. Start training some more T4s. Alright, so we have our training done for now. That put us at 2.8 million rank 1. And that also pushed us up 2.5 million in first. Now I can do a lot more training if I need. I would preferably not have to do that. Like I said, I want to focus on the strongest lord. I don't need that. I will take that one. Been saving a good bit, buying a couple packs here and there as well, to get ready to push for the Gorish and Skogul. I'm not gonna buy those just yet. Hold on a minute, I forgot we reset. Go ahead and get what I want. I'll buy those later if I need them. Come down and we will take these and these. So that clears out most of our gems for this week. But that still leaves me, before we had purchased any packs and after that training, so I'm out of training speed ups, but we still have a very large number of general speed ups, so I could push another significant amount of troops if I need. Like I said, not to mention on anything. Oh my lord, made a huge mistake and I forgot to use this. Well, there went all those resources. Oh well, like I say, we can just save it for if we need to use it again later. But with that being said, let's check and see what our total troop count is now. So 1.1 million swords, 431 vessels, 866 celestials, 435 knights, 467 archers. The knights are what I'm going to be pushing a lot real soon. I'd like to get to probably 8 to 900k for the Gorish Skogul SLE. I may push all that at once. It really just depends on how that Gorish and Skogul SLE goes and how much people are pushing. If I don't have to push that much at once and I could still place, I preferably like to place in the top 3. Then I may not push all of them at once. It also is going to depend on the demand for fights as well. When we start fighting, speaking of fighting, I will go over our enemies and our allies, which most of y'all should already know by now because I've already said it in a couple videos, but I will go in a more in-depth video at the start of the season for that. But with that being said, that was our training for today. Did I just start at T3 here? I did. That was a complete waste again. Cancel that and just do that. Y'all may be asking it also, sorry, why I'm using T4s. They're just cheaper to train to start off. Let them train up. I can do, about 1600 every 24 or so hours. Whereas training the 1600 T5s take a day and a half. And so I can get these built up quicker. They're cheaper in the short term. I know in the long term, when I upgrade them, costs are still going to be roughly the same over the long term, but just short term, it's quicker to train these and then upgrade them in a small batch for an event, because you still get a significant amount of points. But when you go to upgrade them in that event, it is cheaper at that point in time versus training pure brand new T5. So that's why I'm doing that. But with that being said, I do appreciate y'all stopping by. Just a quick little training video, like I say, getting ready for Season 3, so not a ton going on right now. But y'all have a good evening, and I will see y'all in the next one.